It says the broadcast is live.
There it is. Say hello to everybody.
Hello?
Hello, and welcome to the Midday Show.
Are we
I'm
in?
Jeff Everett. He's Mark Messina. Just every day, I'm just trying to put you a little more into the background.
I
Every
feel
day.
like the kid's surrounded by all the stuffed animals. Are we on? Are we live? Are we going?
We're going to find out. Welcome.
That's not a very confident.
Welcome to the 12 days of giveaways with NorthcentralPa.com on the Midday Show. I'm Jeff Everett. He is Mark Messina. We had 3 winners yesterday. We're going to have 3 new winners today. I'm pumped up. You see below, we already have a different question. It's still giving season. Where's most of your gift shopping done? Do you have any secret spots? I also, while we were dilly-dallying before the show, I looked up some statistics, some infographics on Christmas shopping. There's actually some pretty neat numbers. So I'm going to kind of quiz you and ask you for different percentages and things and kind of see where the real shoppers are at and where you think they are in your head. I think it'll be good.
Okay.
I think it'll be good. So we'll dive into that. So again, for a chance to win, you can answer the prompt down there by commenting on the show. You can also like the show. Mark's favorite is if you hug the show.
Hug the show.
He likes the hug emoji with the heart. You can love the show. You can like the show. Anything around that will work. And you can also share it. So you can like, you can comment, you can share, you can do one, or you can do all 3, and you will automatically be entered for a chance to win on Monday's show. Obviously, if you want to play the odds, you'll do all 3. If you're really bold, you'll share, because as Mark says, then you show everybody that you listen to us for a while.
I had someone stop me last night in Walmart and talk to me about the show. And whenever that happens to me, I'm just like, I think we're interesting. I'm surprised sometimes that other people think we're interesting.
Do you remember I came in after Thanksgiving and I went to my aunt's house, and one of their cousins on the other side of their family came right up to me, and she does something with flood aversion or flood risk. I forget what it is. But she does something with flooding, and we had talked about some of the flooding up north and all that. And she was like, yeah, she's like, no one talks about flooding. Like, you guys were okay. Like, you know, you got this right, you got this wrong. But it is like, to your point, when you and I are talking, we'd probably be talking like this if we weren't doing a show. So.
I remember too, when I used to do a sports talk show with Chris Massey, who's the local, newspaper legend. And whenever a female would stop me and tell me she listens to our show, my first reaction was almost like, why?
Yeah.
Why? And now people are like, hey, I heard you did this about it. Yeah. I was listening and I don't know. So anyway.
The neatest one for me, and I'm curious if you notice this too, I have had people that will dive into something because we talked about it. So it was almost like the gateway, like the lead in to them. And to me, that's more neat, because you and I talk all the time. It's not so much that you and I know what we're talking about. It's just things that we find interesting or things we would want to know more about. So leading people into stuff, for me, that's the cool part. When someone says like, hey, I heard you guys talking about this, so I watched the documentary, that's the stuff to me that's really
the one that always gets me is, I think, and I say that I'm surprised anyone finds us interesting. I say that a little tongue in cheek, because I think we're kind of a combination of normal but yet nerdy in our own certain ways. And I think lots of people fall into that category, that they're just kind of like normal people, but they're way nerdier than they would ever want to admit.
Sure.
So it's when I get people that talk about the show that I would not think fall into that.
Yeah.
Because we try to talk about things that we think that are interesting from a whole variety of things, but we try to bring it from different angles. And so I do understand why there are people that I know that like our show and listen to our show or watch, and it doesn't surprise me in the least.
Yeah.
And they insult me when they think I got something wrong. They tell me when they agree with you and they don't agree with me. Sure. But then there have been times that people have said something about the show and I was just dumbfounded that they watched it. So that's kind of the flattering fun.
So let's recap very quickly. So yesterday we talked about Christmas holiday movies. What kind of goes into it.
You didn't ask how I was doing, by the way.
No, I didn't yet. Can I?
Oh, are we getting there?
Oh, yeah, we're getting.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just blowing me off.
No. So we talked about that as well. Today, what we're going to do, as we're asking Mark how he feels today, before we get to that, let's go over the question. It's giving season. Where's most of your gift shopping done? Any secret spots? This is really, don't just say the internet. What we want to know is like, do you have a place where you do most of your shopping? Is there somewhere where you feel like you like it's a sweet spot, right? Like you go there and you always find stuff for people. I have like a couple of places that are kind of like off the wall.
Because the malls are closing.
Yeah.
Like how we shopped 15 years ago is just not how
Yes.
we shop anymore.
So what are the, obviously people are going to say Amazon, but what are some of the less generic places? What are the places online you're going to? Where are you finding inspiration? I actually have an infographic here about where most people are finding their inspiration for gifts now. They did a poll and that one's kind of neat. But like, where are you finding these ideas? Where are you purchasing them from? Do you still go out into the town and shop, or are you strictly online now? Kind of those types of things. That's what we're looking for with the question of the day today, if you're going to comment for a chance to win. You can also like, you can also share. Before we dive into that question, how are you feeling today, Mark?
Well, first, I'm just a little frazzled.
Okay.
Secondly, I just want to, again, pull the curtain back and let the people know what I go through before the show.
What you go through.
We get to, first of all, I'm in charge of all the lighting on my side of the room. So I want people to know the technical efforts that I put in to get this show looking good. Secondly, Jeff hands me the microphone.
Yes.
Every day we get the stuff going on. He's like, can you say something? And oftentimes I try to think of something clever to say to be enlightening or entertaining. I get about 2 words out in the mic check, and then Jeff's like, nope, that's enough. He just totally cuts me off. It's like, I don't even get a full sentence out. Hey, can you say something to the mic? Sure. No, it's good. That's good. And I walk right into it every day. Every day. He's just like, no, that's not enough. It works. That's all I need to hear. I don't need to hear your voice any more than I'm going to hear.
I think one of the more underrated qualities of this show is that I give you the air to breathe. And so before the show, it's my opportunity to cut you off. That's my chance
every
to
day.
just kind of let you know.
Can you say something? That's good.
That's it. That's all we need. And it works. And every day, the audio's been great lately.
It's been great.
The audio has been on point.
Listen, I can't argue with your formula.
Thank you.
Because it has been a formula for success. But it is hurtful. It is a hurtful formula.
No, I understand that.
It's like the kid that you tell him, don't ever shoot the ball. You just pass it.
Just pass it. Yesterday, we had 3 winners. We just want to say congratulations to them again. Josie Hauer, Mary McCoy, and Carol Young. I believe we've reached out to you. We're going to get your addresses. We're going to figure it all out.
We heard we've got 2 of the 3 addresses.
Yes.
So if you do win, or if you know someone that wins, we'll be in contact. We need to mail your gift card. We can't email you a gift card because it's a hard, fast card.
We have physical gift cards, which is actually another big thing that's happening. That was one of the infographics I pulled up. Apparently now over 25% of all gift cards that are bought are now digital gift cards.
I was wondering that.
Yeah, which isn't shocking, but it does, a quarter of them is more than what I expected. I would not have guessed 25%.
I would not have guessed
because I would assume most people, they're still like, we just signed and did all of our holiday cards. They're in the mail, like they're sent out. And so I would assume like the physical aspect of the holiday card has not left. Thus, I thought the gift card would kind of stick around. The physical gift card would stick around.
Although, now that I'm pondering this, because at first when you said it, I was with you, I didn't believe it to be true.
Yeah.
But when you get either old friends, like college buddies, or now in our Zoom working from home world,
right?
How many people do we deal with on a very regular basis who we don't see? So if you're getting gift cards for all your group text chain college buddies, it is so much easier, unless you're going to actually put it inside the physical Christmas card. It's so much easier. It's almost like Venmoing them a Christmas gift card. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I would say, so for all of the, how many of us in small town Pennsylvania, we see most of the people that we are going to get gifts for.
Sure.
But in other places, they probably don't.
Yeah. No, that's very true.
Or if you yourself have relocated and now 75% of the people that you interact with are somewhere else
across the country.
It would just be easier.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess it does make sense depending on geographically.
Yep, up 25%. Do you want to go through some of these statistics first? Give people a little more time to comment before we.
Yeah, well, I'll just give mine because this is why I thought of it.
Go for it.
They do a craft fair at the Montoursville High School right early December every year.
Okay.
I don't know if it's the first weekend or if there's a pattern.
Mm-hmm.
I always find something good either for like my mom or my sister-in-law or something because there are these big craft shows, and I'm not a craft show goer.
Okay.
But some of the stuff is very typical, but at each place there's things that are unique that, I'm asking the person, whose stand is this? Did you actually make this?
Okay.
And then they go through and because this year the thing I bought for my mom was like, no. And the girl's like, I didn't make it. My mom made it.
Okay.
And she's like, that's my mom over there. And then, so there is so much stuff like that. If you're not looking for just the typical, nobody else is getting this because I bought the last one.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, one of one essentially.
Yes.
This is my thing. I think the craft thing is neat. Like, I get the atmosphere. I understand the idea of going and looking and shopping and all of that. How do you feel about getting a Christmas theme for a Christmas gift?
Well, it's funny you should mention.
Okay, because I think that's a real, touchy is the wrong word. However, I've never understood giving the Christmas themed gift for Christmas.
And I'm with you.
Okay.
It seems like a good idea until you open it, and then you're like, well, it's for next year. Yeah. But for my mother and my sister-in-law, they were born the last week of November.
Okay.
So you can give it as a birthday gift that then plays through to Christmas.
Do they like that?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm gonna guess, and I'm not them. I would guess they don't love it. I'm not saying they dislike it, but I would guess it's not something they're thrilled about.
And
I could be completely wrong.
I am also going to guess that you never look a gift horse in the mouth and just be thankful that Mark got you something.
Is that how it works?
No, actually with my mom, every year my mom's like, don't go there and buy me any crap because I don't need any more crap.
Okay.
And then I come home with something because it was cool. And then sometimes I have to fight through a little level of resistance.
Sure.
Or she just immediately like, oh, that is cool. I do like that.
So there's Christmas things. So for example, I get an ornament every year. And that's like that. Like, I don't mind that at all. I get it. It's cool. It's tradition.
You get it or you give it?
I get an ornament.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, and that's it's like a traditional thing.
Now,
and it's something I look forward to. And they do a really nice job with it. My whole thing is kind of like, get me socks, but don't give me Christmas socks. Like, you see what I'm like? I'm all for the necessities. I love it. Like, yes, great. And even giving them, like, yes, great. But I would never get somebody Christmas socks. I would get them socks, but not Christmas socks. Do you see where I'm going with that? No, I do
go what you're saying. Yes.
But there are gift givers that like, it is a Christmas themed, like when you give something for Christmas, it is centered around the idea of the holiday brand, the holiday theme.
So I've never, I know what you're saying. Like the one year, my kids got me elf, like pajama pants.
Okay. Yeah.
Because in the winter, when it gets to, and you get home and you get at 9 o'clock, I'm wearing sweatpants but they're like these seasonal, like I would never wear these out of the house sweatpants. Sure. Because they're comfortable.
Okay.
And one year they got me elf because they thought it was funny because I don't love the movie like that.
Right.
But then, so next year, when it comes time to like break these out again, it brings a smile back because it's a seasonal. So yeah, I don't hate it, but you do understand with these people, you've just given them a gift they can't use for 11 months.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, it's different. It depends. I think it depends what it is and what you're giving and all of those things. And I also think it depends on the person. Like there are people in my life that I could give a Christmas themed gift every year and they'd be tickled to
I
death.
thought you were going to say, there are people in my life that I could give a crap. And that's where I thought it was going when you started. You went, it wasn't crap, it was Christmas.
No. But I think about the different things that I've gotten for people, and it's never crossed my mind. Like if I was getting them a hoodie, it's never crossed my mind to get them like a Christmas themed hoodie. So that whole aspect just kind of skips over me. Like I don't see it the way other people see it, and that's okay. I'm probably wrong.
Do you you don't come across as a person who, if you get someone a gift and they don't love it, do you care?
I do not care if they use it. Does that make sense? So for example,
I could just see you as like, I thought you'd like it. If you don't like it, whatever. Next, did you like yours?
It's not so much that. I'll call my girlfriend out here a little bit, but she'll get the kick out of this. She is somebody where if she gets somebody X and you wear it the next time she sees you or a year later, she notices and she loves, like, she's just like, oh, so-and-so wore the thing I got her, or so-and-so was using the kitchen, whatever I got. So I'm not like that. Like once I give it to you, what you do with it, like I just don't.
You've washed your hands of it.
Correct. But like certainly you're a good gift giver. So I think for you, a lot of times the reaction matters more so than what they do with it. And I would argue that I'm a little bit like that. As long as there's some cheer, or for a second I made them smile, or at least they know that I tried, I'm good. Like after that, if you never use it, kudos to you.
The gifts kind of fall into two categories. Mm-hmm. I'm either proud of it or I'm not. If I'm proud of the gift that I got you, and they're not nearly as thrilled as I expected them to be, I'm crushed. There is pressure, like they need to react. Or if I'm not proud of it, I'm apologizing while they're unwrapping it.
A lot of times when I do it, because I'm a horrible gift shopper, where you excel, I am horrific. For a lot of times for me, when I'm looking, I'm just like, what just shows that I tried? Like what shows that I didn't just grab something and like I clearly thought about who they are and like what do they do, and maybe this is something that would provide for them or they would use. And as long as I think I've shown that I tried, after that I'm very okay with whatever happens.
No, I ride the wave.
Right? I
ride the wave, the emotional wave.
Yeah.
And then really, like when they're unwrapping it, I'll be like, your present sucked this year and I'm sorry and I should have done better, but I couldn't.
I mean, this is a perfect example of how like I know people like my girlfriend and people around me are better than me, because like for them, like I can't tell you how many times we'll be getting ready to do something with somebody or go somewhere and like, you should wear this because they got you. And like, it doesn't even cross my mind. Like it doesn't even enter my brain that they got me this shirt 6 months ago for my birthday. So when I go to this, I should wear it. So they see that I'm a horrible person because I don't even think of it. And like, there are people in my life where it's the first thing they think of. And in those moments, I just kind of like smile at them because I'm like, you are such a better person than me. Like right there, you are so much more unselfish and more thoughtful than I am.
I just wrote down a topic that we can talk about another time. Fine. While you were talking, one popped into my head, and we have to have 12 days of topics. So I
understand. They're just significantly better than I am.
Yes. Well,
got it.
Yes.
All right,
listen. I think I'm significantly better than you every day.
Let's dive into a couple of these, and then we'll jump back and forth because some of the statistics are neat too. Lisa says, I like to try to shop online through the organizations I support through hobbies. Interesting. Conversation organizations and my astronomy clubs, they usually have unique gifts and it helps support them.
That's a good idea.
Really good idea. And it seems like that would be easier than ever before now. Like 10 years ago, I think that might have been a little more difficult, but now.
Yes. I see people do that with schools.
Okay.
That they're like, this group is selling clothing. This group is selling calendars. I'll get this for someone because I know. Okay. I'm getting them a gift and I'm supporting a good cause, but to like go out of your way, make a conscious effort to do that. It makes sense.
Killing two birds with one stone, essentially.
Yes.
Yeah. Really, really clever. why don't I think of stuff like this? Am I that bad of a person?
See, but no, this is
Doesn't
why.
even cross my mind.
No. But now you don't have to come up with it. We can steal other people's ideas.
Well, that's why
it makes our life better.
I use the word secret because I wanted people to help me out here. Like, I'm looking for advice. Like, I'm trying to find it. Shutterfly and Cracker Barrel has awesome gifts. Before I do want to talk about Shutterfly in a second. Cracker Barrel. First of all, I am not a huge fan of Cracker Barrel. My mom loves it. It is her favorite
It's her favorite place on earth. It's the Disneyland of your mom.
Now, the older I get, the more the more I appreciate it. Like now, going to Cracker Barrel, when I was like a teenager, it was like pulling teeth going to Cracker Barrel.
You know where you love? You know where you love to go when you're a teenager?
Where?
Well, a little older than teenager. Broadway.
Yeah, that went well too.
To see what did you? I can't remember the show. Oh,
we were going to see Young Frankenstein. We had to see it in White Christmas. So now Cracker Barrel is not as bad. However, their little shop gift,
the waiting room
thing,
yes.
the waiting room is, from a marketing standpoint, it is ingenious.
I love the nostalgia of it.
Yes,
there's old, and not just the things that look older, but like the candy thing. Mm-hmm. When I see Bazooka gum, that I remember. It wasn't just the gum; it was the Bazooka Joe comic inside.
Right.
That stuff, I love it. Yeah. I love it.
No, I'm with you. The other one, they always have the old style sodas.
Yes.
Okay. That with like what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I don't want to say normal, the basic flavors. So you can just grab like a cherry cola, like I know what you mean. Like they're just very generic.
Soda. Yes.
Like yes. And then the other thing that they always have too is they always have like the old style gummy candies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so those are the two that like always catch my eye. But even just like the puzzles and the mugs and just like there's like an older vibe to it. Now we were in there last.
There is a kind of grandma's house feel to it.
We were in there last weekend and there was way more pop culture branded stuff than typically.
Oh, really? They're adjusting?
I don't know, but it's still same vibe as before, but they're like, there was some TV show stuff, Muppet stuff, Office stuff. Like it felt a little more
I know what you mean.
Yeah, a little more beyond what they usually do, but we'll see what happens. Shutterfly. Have you ever used Shutterfly?
I don't.
I swear I'm going to use Shutterfly and then I never do. It's like a printing company.
Okay.
So you can do I believe you can do photo albums, you can do pictures printed, like all those things come straight to the house. Think of like a Kodak store essentially, right. But like more options and availability and stuff like that.
I mean, I know
use that more often.
Most people, I say most people, lots of people do their Christmas cards on Shutterfly, don't they?
I would assume. Yeah. That makes a ton of
sense.
That's
where I've seen it.
Here are Kohl's and Target. I'm going to offend a lot of people here. Someone needs to explain to me the fascination with Target. Because to me, all Target is like Walmart 2.0.
I agree. When I meet people, and I've had family members tell me this. When I have people who tell me they will shop at Target, but they won't shop at Walmart. Yeah. I tell them you are a snob.
I mean, there's probably some truth to that. My thing more so is like I can't stand Walmart. Not so much.
And now we are about to fight.
We're probably Walmart is just, it feels very chaotic whenever I go to Walmart.
Because we rush into Walmart because we need something.
Because you need something. It always feels like if I need something simple, Walmart always feels like it makes it a bigger deal than what it needs to be. Like I can't just walk in, grab something, and walk out.
That's a you problem.
Is it a me
because
problem?
You have no discipline?
Is it because I don't know how to navigate Walmart?
Yeah, I don't like arguing. Walk over, pick up what you want, walk to the register, and leave. How hard is it?
I don't know. Walmart drives me nuts. So again, Target to me is like a 2.0. It's not so much. I would much rather go to Target than Walmart. So it's not so much a snob. No, it's not so much a snob thing for me. My thing though is like, there are people that to compare it to Walmart is blasphemous. And that's the part I don't get.
No, I'm with you.
It's a nicer Walmart.
It's a yes. I don't disagree with that at all.
Okay.
I was in Walmart last night, halftime of the Steeler game. I was like, I need stuff for tomorrow. I'm going to Walmart. I ran into a couple of people I knew. I started chatting it up, and then there you go. No, Walmart is always there. It's always there when you need it.
Okay. Kohl's, is Kohl's the single greatest like they have their own cash. You know about this? Do you shop at Kohl's?
Crypto?
No.
Is
Do
it
you
a crypto?
shop at Kohl's?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Okay. I think Kohl's is one of the smartest department stores I've ever seen.
It has become, here at least, and I know it's around
Mhm.
everywhere because I shopped at Kohl's in Baltimore years
Mhm.
ago. Back in the day, before you were a kid, when some of the streets in Williamsport were closed off because they wanted foot traffic and you could shop and whatever.
Okay.
Then the Lycoming Mall came in, and then downtown Williamsport died.
Okay.
And then as it started coming back, like if you need a pair of pants, if
Okay.
you need a pair of whatever, when your girlfriend was making fun of the jeans that I had on because she said it is like Kohl's is the only place people send now.
Interesting.
For normal stuff. Now, if you want to go, higher end, you go to the clothier and stuff like that. But normal,
Sure.
You need a pair of jeans, they send you to Kohl's. You need a pair of khakis, they send you to Kohl's. You need a golf shirt, they send you to Kohl's.
Okay.
It is where everybody goes.
But but what they do though is they're incentivizing for you to come back is out of this world. It's out. Nobody does it as well as Kohl's. When you walk into Kohl's, you haven't even left yet, and you already know you are coming back to Kohl's 2 weeks later, 3 weeks.
No,
later.
I get your point. It is
very
valid.
Unbelievable how well they incentivize you to return. You're not even out the door yet, and they're just like, yeah, here's some. We're gonna see you very soon again. Like I guarantee it. And we know this because here's some money. Like here's some Kohl's cash. It's ingenious.
Yeah,
I'm jealous.
No, that makes sense.
I am jealous of.
And they
Kohl's.
seem to be thriving in a world. Well, you knew all retail couldn't die. There still needs to be some place that like I'm not buying a pair of pants online. I'm going to try them on and make sure they fit.
Yeah.
And you still need enough, each community is going to have a couple places like that.
Right.
The brick and mortar still, and Kohl's seems, at least here, is the one that is going to last forever.
Sure. Rose mentioned Boscov's as well. Boscov's. Where is the closest one?
Is it in?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, there used to be one in Selinsgrove.
Okay.
I don't know if it's
still
there.
What is it? Like, give me an example.
It's a fancy, it's a fancier Macy's.
Okay.
When they used to have, what was the other one that was down on the end of the mall? Now I can't even think of it because it's been out of.
Well, there was Sears.
Yeah, but the one that jutted out, Bon-Ton.
Bon-Ton.
It's like Bon-Ton.
Okay. All right, that makes sense. Amanda says online, it's the best deals. We have another. I love getting Christmas stuff as presents. So there's someone against me, Josie, who just previously won. I love getting Christmas stuff as presents. There are definitely people in my life that are like that. If you give them all Christmas stuff for Christmas, like they're fine. Like they're very pleased.
Well, I think too, there is like I said, you're not using it for the next year. Now, because of my mom's birthday being late November, I get her and there it is.
Okay.
But I think there's something about Christmas decorations that you have your Christmas decorations.
Okay.
And you don't want to have to go shop for your Christmas decorations. You want to go get them out of the attic or out of the basement, and here they are. And it's kind of this present they like it now, and they're really going to like it next year when they break it out. And they're like, oh, this is what we have.
Yeah.
Because you don't. Fine. So I think it's just it's a time delayed present.
Sure. No, it makes sense. Amanda, it's the thought that count, guys. Totally agree. And like I said, that is kind of my shopping style. Like because I'm a poor gift giver, like really all I'm trying to do is show that I tried. That's really what I'm going for. So I agree, man. It really is the thought that counts. Lisa, I collect wooden Nutcracker soldiers. If someone was thought enough to know that about me and give it as a gift, that means a lot. Good point. So it's about collectibles and things like that.
Wooden Nutcracker soldiers.
It's a real thing.
Okay, I was going to say, aren't all Nutcrackers kind of soldier-ish? But I know that's just what I pictured. Because the Nutcracker, I'm sure there are many different types now. But I think the old school traditional Nutcrackers were soldiers.
I used to, when I was a kid, my grandmother and my mother used to have the where you pull them apart and smaller ones keep popping.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I used to play with those during the holiday season a lot. I remember those always being in the house.
They love those then.
What's that?
Because they're like, this will keep Jeff occupied.
That isn't just
and
keep
he will
him over.
not annoy us.
Just give him that.
We just got 20 minutes of no Jeff.
That's right. Rust and Shine, Gustonian Gifts. And I'm going to say this one wrong. Patinaz?
I say Patinaz. I don't know if it's Patina's, but it's right down here in Williamsport.
And Etsy. Etsy is the big one. More and more people in my life keep ordering off of Etsy.
I know.
Like 2 years ago, I literally don't think I owned anything from Etsy. Now, I feel like I'm getting stuff from Etsy consistently.
I don't know where Gustonian is. Rust and Shine is right on the back side of the Pajama Factory, right?
Okay.
Isn't that where Rust and Shine went?
I
think so. Rust and Shine's a neat place. I don't know where Gustonian is.
This says Hoda and Jenna Show has great shopping ideas. So I don't know what the Hoda and Jenna Show is.
You love the Hoda and Jenna Show.
I do.
Hoda's that she was the chick on with she was on on the famous Good Morning shows, and Jenna is Jenna Bush, isn't she? I think it's George W.'s daughter, Jenna.
Okay.
Her name's not Bush anymore. She's married.
Sure. Okay. Interesting. They have their own, like, is it like a shopping show?
I think it's a show.
Oh, like
I think it's like a talk show. Yeah.
Okay. Were they almost Emmy nominated?
No.
Okay. No. They weren't almost Emmy
nominated. No, you have to be top flight to be almost Emmy nominated.
I care. I want them to love it, but at least like it. I'm guessing that's when you give gifts. Amber says, I get gifts all over the place. I really try to be thoughtful of who I'm getting for, but if they don't want it later, I wouldn't be upset. It's just stuff. I think that's kind of my vibe
yours.
When you asked you asked earlier.
I'm of all the other stuff up until the end where it says it's just stuff.
So Taste Like Good said, it's never a good sign when someone starts apologizing to you.
No, I know. That's why.
That's
why I'm because I know I have underachieved. It's when I go into it, I know that like of the people I've bought for, I did really well for you and you and you and I didn't for you. Okay. Like, I'm sorry.
No, that makes sense. My brothers and I gave up on buying gifts. I'm assuming bought them cookies and bake them. Good call. Cookie and party mix. I know they like that. Here is my get out of jail free card. I typically end up going to the state stores, going to the distributors, because I know what the spirits of choice are for most of the people in my life. So a lot of times what I end up doing is getting a bottle or a handle of this or that. Or
do you do that even if you get them a gift? Because you're just like, I'll get them trashed first and then they'll like my gift better.
No, that would be a better strategy than what I do. No, a lot of times what I do is I just know there are special things that people, on certain occasions, that is their preferred drink. So I will supply them with said things so then that way they don't feel as guilty about getting it.
Or also, since they're going to get stuck dealing with the family, the way it'll be more tolerable is if I buy them large amounts of alcohol, and then they'll be happier hanging out with us.
Happier to see me. No, it's really just, for me, I'm just not great at giving gifts. So it's a way to kind of appease. No, let's put it this way. I have never given a bottle of spirits to somebody and not gotten a happy reaction. Like it's never been a disappointment, I guess. Is that a fair way to put it?
I guess.
Someone said your girlfriend is thoughtful. We're not sure who, but yes, that is true.
I know who said that.
Do you know?
I know who should be working right now and she's watching our show.
No. Online, you can get some unique gifts at Etsy, which we just talked about, and Redbubble. I've never heard of Redbubble.
I don't know Redbubble.
There you go. Everybody check out Redbubble.
Redbubble.
I like to find one-of-a-kind designs, and these two places support individual artists and designers. As far as local, there's a lot of new shops in downtown Lock Haven. A Little Bird gift shop in Lock Haven sells products that give back and support local charities all years.
I know. Okay, A Little Bird. We're going to have to remember that.
Okay.
Lock Haven, for whatever reason, while these stores seem to be dying in lots of places, Lock Haven had a bunch of them open.
Okay.
There was a
revival.
Birth. Yes. And I don't know why downtown, and not just shops. I think there was a bakery.
Okay.
I think there was, so Lock Haven downtown Lock Haven was doing well.
Okay.
And so yes, if A Little Bird, yeah. And I'll tell you, whenever and it's happened to me through real estate, sometimes you end up showing a house in a place you're not usually at.
Okay.
I try to bop into those places, and you do find that maybe it's unique for that area.
Sure.
But you've never seen it where you're at.
Right.
So you're pretty confident when you bring it back to your hometown and give it to someone that it's not something that they've seen a lot.
No, it's very true. I like Target better than Walmart because Target is cleaner.
Snob.
So
Snob.
I'm curious to see. Yeah, just again, people are going to defend Target, and that's okay. Like I get it. Like people like Target.
I love Walmart. Walmart is always there when you need it.
There's that awesome range where kids get more excited for envelopes than gifts. My question is, do you think kids today in that 12 to 16, 17 range prefer gift cards over cash? Do they still use cash? Here's my answer to this. And you have a son. So
I'm
curious
glad
to see what
that you're
say.
answering this first because this is a good question.
Yes, because I think you're going to agree with me with this. If I were shopping right now for like a 12 to 17-year-old, it's an Apple, an Amazon, or a like Xbox gift card.
I would agree
Without
with that.
it forget the card, forget the envelope, forget the shirt, for nothing else matters. If they can go online and buy their favorite game or their favorite music or their favorite movie or whatever it is, and they can do it on their own, that is what they want.
I agree with you because they don't need a ride. They don't need help. They'll do it all by themselves. And they can spend. They don't need mom or dad to drive them to the store, to Walmart or to Target or to whatever.
Yes.
Unless it's it's a restaurant that they like or a movie, that they're actually to go to the real movies.
Sure.
But no, I agree with you.
I still think they would take that over it.
I agree.
The last question to me is the interesting one. Do they still use cash? So if you let's frame it this way. If you gave Jimmy a $50, does he use Xbox or PlayStation? What's his video?
He's an Xbox.
If you gave him a $50 gift card for his gaming platform, or if you gave him $50 cash in an envelope, which one would he be more excited about?
See, now that's interesting. I think there's a level of both.
Okay.
Because places like we have a basketball game tonight, so the bus leaves at 4:00. And so from 3, he's not going to go home from school. He's going to walk to a little place downtown and get food for the bus. So he needs cash for that.
Okay.
So there is that level when you're going with your friends, when you're going there's that. When I'm with my friends, I still need $10 or I still need $20 because of where we're going.
How old's Jimmy now? 14?
15.
He's 15 now. So maybe this shifts. When Jimmy was 13, was it easier for Jimmy to get cash from you? Or was it easier for Jimmy to convince you to buy something for him on the computer?
That's fair. When he was 13, he was going fewer places where he needed cash that I wasn't going.
Okay.
Because with his friends, when you're just riding around on their bikes, you're going to the playground, or you're going to the park to play basketball or whatever. But now, as they get older, now that he's in high school, he's a freshman, so he has friends who can drive.
Yes.
So, hey, I'm going here with them, and you're not going, but I need to pay for something. He doesn't have a credit card yet. He's 15.
Correct. Yes. So here's my point. I think when he walks into your kitchen and he has 2 conversations, Dad, we're heading to go get something to eat. I need some cash. Or he walks in the kitchen and he goes, Dad, there's this new up on the video game and I want to buy this skin or whatever. I think the video game is a much harder pitch to you than trying to get the cash.
Oh, at 15, probably.
Okay. So I think
if he says me and the guys are going to Wild Wings to watch whatever, I just give him money.
So I think the better gift would be the gift card. I think the better gift would be the video game, Amazon, Apple gift card. Because I think in his mind, that is a harder sell to get you to give him money for than the cash.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I like the way you walk that through, and I'm agreeing with you.
Someone mentioned Walmart.com, which is a good call. There's a whole side to this that I like. So typically when I shop online, I don't know about you. When I shop online, I'm usually hitting up like your Amazon, or I'm going directly to the brand itself. So like if I want to buy a Yeti mug, I go to Yeti. Like I don't go to Target or wherever else. However, like they have vastly improved their online platforms and everything else. Like I've been told by multiple people that like Walmart.com, SamsClub.com, like these different things are way more convenient than what you realize.
Oh, I believe it, because they're trying to fight with Amazon.
Sure, yeah. So maybe that is a jump. Maybe I'm knocking Walmart, and maybe the online platform is completely different experience.
Oh, it's not a maybe.
It is.
You are knocking Walmart, and
It
you
is.
shouldn't be. And
Josie brings up Target is more expensive. I would guess so. No comment.
All I know, every time
Denise
I see Josie, I start singing the song.
Denise likes, that's going to work out great here for the next 3 weeks. Denise likes Kohl's. Someone says Kohl's is very expensive. I agree. Kohl's is expensive if you're not in the loop. Did that make sense? Like
if you don't have the Kohl's cash,
if you don't have the Kohl's card and you're not kind of like being incentivized in the loop, like if you're just a one-time walking into Kohl's and just like walking out, it can be expensive. Yes.
See, I go into Kohl's sometime when I'm in the area and I've got some time to kill. And I was like, oh, I haven't bopped in there in a while. And I'm looking for deals. I don't go in like I just need a new pair of these right now because then you're kind of stuck.
I can honestly say to you, and like I think my family and my girlfriend can vouch for this. I don't think I've ever paid full price for something in Kohl's.
Oh, we're gone. We're back.
We're back. Truly, I don't think I've ever paid full price for something. And not because like I'm cheap, but just because like the reason I go to Kohl's is for the incentives.
I know what you mean.
I've almost never walked in without some sort of form of Kohl's cash or discount beforehand.
No, I get you.
So but it can't, Josie's not wrong. Like if you go in there without that stuff, like it's not, like it's some higher end things for sure. Macy's, somebody said, I do miss our Macy's. I wish our Macy's was still
there. I agree.
It's a bummer we don't have it here anymore. This is a great point too. Bonton, they used to wrap the presents. I forgot about that. Do you remember that?
I used to tell people when people are like, what's your brother going to do when he starts playing baseball? I said, he's going to go to the mall and he's going to be a Christmas present wrapper because he is better at it than like 99% of men.
Okay. Heather says, I try to shop local lately, so let's shout out some of these. Rust and Shine we talked about. Gastonia Gifts,
keeps coming up.
Sawhorse Cafe.
Yep.
Joni's Gems, I hope I'm saying that right. Robin's Nest, and we have so many great little stores in our area to shop from.
No, I agree with that. And I think we've discussed this before, and I'm sure we'll discuss it again as it gets closer. Because people are afraid of the shipping mail backup things that people are now like, hey, I don't have, if I get it off eBay tomorrow, because that's a place that I used to get a lot of stuff was eBay.
Sure.
But if I win the auction tomorrow, is it going to be here for Christmas? I don't know. But if I go down the street and actually purchase it, so yeah,
it's a good point. Cindy's right in my wheelhouse. I'm a gift card person. That way they can get what they want, and I have no stress if they like it or not. But see, that doesn't work for you. You want the reaction.
I need the reaction.
It works perfect for me. I don't even know what they're referring to, but they said you're right, Jeff, and I'm always going to share a comment that says you're right. We don't even need the context. I'm always sharing that post. I agree with the gift card idea. So there you go. Tip from Lisa: if you want to try Shutterfly, sign up for the emails. They give a lot of freebies, just pay shipping, and have a lot of 40 to 50% off deals. So there you go. Very much like Kohl's. Basically, Lisa's saying like, I've never bought something at Shutterfly full price.
There you go.
Yeah, nice to know. Walmart.com website is terrible compared to Target and Amazon. So I was wrong according to this user. Apparently they don't have a better
haters, but I don't know. I don't. I'm an in-store Walmart. I need the environment.
Yeah. Speaking of snobby, before I share this last post, I am shocked no one, and again, I understand like it's a bulk store. I am shocked no one has said Sam's Club or Costco. Shocked.
Is it just kind of a given?
I think Walmart is, like, I think Amazon's, like, I think half the things we've said on here are a given, right?
Maybe. That's a fair point.
And again, I get its bulk. I also understand it's a membership. I get that aspect. But I've gotten a lot of decent stuff at like bulk or like membership places, whether it's Costco.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've gotten some really cool Christmas gifts at Sam's Club.
For a couple of years, I've gotten away from it the last year or two. I used to use Overstock.com a lot too.
I don't think I've ever used Overstock.
Okay. I was using that one for a while, but that's if you're going to get 3 or 4 of the same thing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can kind of knock out a lot if you want to get the same thing. The one year I got everybody those, the solar lights, you put them in the ground, they look like mini lanterns.
Yep.
Okay.
I
So
dig those.
Yeah. So I got those from Overstock the one year. I just got like 6 and I gave one to like each family. You know what I mean? So I think it depends what you're trying to do or what you're looking for. But I'm just really surprised no one said that. Shocked out of all these comments. Here, we don't usually do this. We'll give a shameless plug. If you're going to try Redbubble, I've never heard of it. You said you've never heard of Redbubble either?
I don't think so.
If you're going to give it a try, Leona Paints, you can go there, Redbubble, check it out. Unique designs on over 65 plus products. So there you go. Never heard of Redbubble. So if you do get a chance, check out Leona. Give her some help. Make sense?
I'll bet. I don't know much about Leona.
Yeah.
I'll bet she paints.
You think she paints?
I think so.
What gave that away?
Just a hint.
If Leona, if you're still on, is Redbubble for like individual artists? Like I'm curious what the vibe
Oh, is it like an artist marketplace?
I wonder if it is an artist marketplace. I've never heard of it before. Before the show ends, I want to go over a couple of, these aren't like jaw dropping, but it is curious to always see like the stats behind some of this stuff. When do you think, this is according to Statista, and this is based off of the 2020 and 2021 holiday seasons. So the last 2, which one of them is a little jolted, obviously. However, when do you think most people start to shop for the holidays?
After Thanksgiving.
Okay. 38% of consumers, according to the survey, so this is over 10,000 consumers in the US, they start their holiday shopping before the end of October. 38%.
So over 2/3, almost 2 out of 5 start before October. Well, I would fall into that category. But it's not a conscious, like I don't make a list. I'm just grabbing stuff as I see it.
No, that makes sense. 23% say November before Thanksgiving. So
that's almost a quarter. Okay.
So 38 plus 23, I'm not a math genius.
61.
But 61% of people start before Thanksgiving.
So that's 3 out of 5.
Okay. November on or after Thanksgiving, so around Black Friday, 22% jump in. December, 15%. And then 2% say they actually wait until the end of the holidays and do like the whole aftermarket.
Grab the deals
and then hand them.
And they're the smartest people of all.
They honestly, they might be.
If you could convince your kid that Christmas Day was actually like, what January 6th is the Epiphany, right? That's what they should. If the people who celebrate the Epiphany and like they make a killing.
The fascinating part for me is that people are lying here because there's no way 17% of people don't start until December.
Oh my gosh, yes.
More of the world in general is made up of 17% or more procrastinators.
Oh, you're saying that number's too low?
Oh, it's way too low.
Oh, okay. I thought you were disagreeing.
At a minimum, a third of us are procrastinators who don't start until December 1st. Now, listen, the stats say otherwise, so I'm the wrong one here, but that blows my mind that only 17% start after December 1st. You're telling me that 83% of people are on top of the ball and they're already doing their Christmas shopping before December 1st. You think people
4 out of 5, over 4 out of 5. This is where I might say that I agree with the number. My initial thought is to agree with you, but when you get, because there is a lot of procrastinators, like my father, I don't know if my father ever bought a Christmas present.
Okay.
Because my mom did it all.
Sure.
So, like there's that level of procrastinators that don't buy any, so they don't count.
Okay.
It's almost like when they do unemployment statistics and the people that aren't looking for a job aren't filtered in. So, and for those people, for the moms of the world who are making lists, who are doing this stuff, there's no way they wait till December.
I totally agree. They just don't make up 83% of the population.
But then there's guys like me that like, I'd have to think about this one long and hard.
Okay. How many out of 10 people, how many are procrastinators? Out of 10. In a normal out of 10.
Well, in life, it's like.
How many are procrastinators? 3, 4, maybe 5?
Maybe. And now,
Okay.
because you've got me thinking, I might be a bad one to
you're
ask because I like the shop.
Dude,
I like the Christmas shopping.
when it comes to gift shopping, you are an anomaly. You make no sense. None whatsoever. Okay, here's cash rules everything around Christmas. So these are the percentage. So what they did was they asked people the gift they prefer to give, and they asked the same people the gift they wish to receive.
Okay. This will be fun.
I thought this was pretty interesting.
Can you say all these answers on the air?
Oh,
or
no,
do we have to edit it?
Yeah. So these are retail answers only.
Okay.
Is that fair to say? So percentage-wise, I'm trying to figure out how we want to do this. Do you want to guess what the number one gift to receive was?
Cash.
Yes. Money was the number one. Do you want to guess the percentage of people who said that was their number one?
Somewhere around 40 to 50.
39% of people said that is their preferred gift to receive. Do you think it was more or less to give cash? 39% to receive it. It was less. 33% prefer to give cash. So, interesting. Good guesses there. Second was gift cards, which I think falls into that realm anyway. Gift cards came in at 35%, and then actually to give gift cards came in at 35%. People said they prefer to give them. Do you want to guess the next one? The next one's pretty basic. Think of your most basic retail you could think of.
I mean, clothing.
So clothes, textiles, shoes. Do you want to give the percentage of what people prefer to give?
People that give clothes?
Yep.
Probably 25.
Okay, a third. So it's at 33%, a little high. Now here's the funny, is there a sense of...
And what's funny is I'm in none of those so far, for the most part. I would clothes sometimes, but it's mostly funny.
So this is my thing with giving clothes. And no, I'm not knocking anybody who gives clothes. There are people who, when they're giving clothes, really the enjoyment was them shopping for the clothes.
Okay.
Do you agree or disagree with that?
Maybe. Or is it just easier that it takes a lot of the mystery out of it? And like, when everyone wears clothes.
I totally agree. There are people that think that way. I think there's a group of people that really enjoy buying clothes. Is that right? Like, that's the reality of the world we live in. I think there's a subsection of those people who truly love it so much that they would rather buy clothes for other people than give cash or a gift card, because they then don't get
I get what you're saying.
They don't get to browse the selection of clothing.
I get what you're saying. I will say this too, and to tangent this a little bit. As you talked about your girlfriend who gets jacked up when she sees someone wearing what she bought. As she gets older and older and has kids of her own and then grandkids of her own, she might want to adjust that, because I can tell right away when my kids open something that my mom bought them to wear, and you can tell the reaction of their face, like, I am never wearing this. This isn't even going in my closet.
Sure.
So yeah, that becomes a slippery slope as you get older.
I get it. The lowest retail item, do you want to make a guess what it was?
I'm trying to even think.
And it was for both to give and to receive. These were people's least favorites.
I wouldn't think it'd be electronics, because I think electronics are easy.
Nope. This one I was surprised by this one, but I think it says more about where the world is heading than anything else.
Oh, then art?
Books.
Ah.
That surprised me. Here, I also think this too, though, because anybody who's an avid reader can understand this, because you're not really an avid reader.
No, anybody who's an understatement.
Anybody who's an avid reader, there is this sense of what you want and what you want to read. And the other thing with buying books as well, people who still want the hard and appreciate the feeling it and having it on the shelf and everything else, browsing is the fun in it. Very much like I just talked about people who love to browse for clothes. Browsing for books is like 50%. It's like half of the enjoyment of being like an avid book reader. So I think receiving it kind of takes that out of it, that whole element. I
will say this. I have purchased many, many more books for people than have been purchased for me.
Okay.
Because the bookstore is always a go-to if you need it.
Sure. No, that makes sense.
Don't go to the bookstore for me.
No, you don't read. Okay, so this one was interesting. Based off of this was a study done in 2019 and 2020. And this study was done by the NRF and Barnes and Noble. Okay. Guess where the number one place people found gift inspirations for? The number one place in a study done in 2019 and 2020, the number one place that people
I'm
found
guessing the
inspiration
internet
for.
is not a fair answer.
No, it's not.
Where did people find inspiration? I don't even have a good guess.
Number one place. The number one place, this was a poll taken over 10,000 people. The number one place was Instagram. And I find that really, I think Instagram is influential, but I never thought it would be the number one place that people were influenced what to buy. So
they just saw it and wanted to buy it.
So in this article, who do you follow on Instagram? You follow your friends and you follow celebrities. So a celebrity's wearing blank from blank, you see it on Instagram and you think, I'm going to go look it up. And then that's where you end up getting it from. So Instagram became like the
it makes sense.
One, yeah.
I wouldn't have thought of it, but it makes sense.
I would not have thought of it either. The number one influence in 2019, 2020 of where
you know what we
gifts
didn't
come
do
from.
today, by the way?
What's that?
We didn't spin yet.
We're about to.
We've been here an hour.
No, we've been here for 59 minutes.
Oh, it's 50.
Actually, I think we started at 12:05.
55.
All right.
So
you ready to roll?
yeah.
All right, let's do it.
I just saw the wheel behind me again, and I thought, because I'm very busy over here.
Stop.
You're very plain.
Just stop. What do you want to do first? I let you decide yesterday. We can do the likes, we can do the comments, and we can do the shares.
Doesn't matter.
All right, let's
You
do.
call.
All right, I'm pulling it up right now. Let's do the likes first because that was the one that had the most qualifiers. So today you had to go on yesterday's video. We're gonna spin, and today's like winner is Laura Elizabeth. Laura Elizabeth.
I'm guessing Elizabeth isn't her real last name. But you know what I like?
What do you?
I like the where am I at here? So
Yeah.
so where do I move my hand? Okay, over this side.
Yep.
Where we are. My It's a Wonderful Life down here. Oh, by me. I should do it in the front.
Mhm.
This and then way up over there, you can see my It's a Wonderful Life poster up on the wall
Oh yeah,
over
it's
there.
nice.
So I have it's over here. And of course, Bruce Willis is the favorite Christmas kick-ass guy.
Yeah.
In the
You're welcome.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I like that very much.
Hooked you up. Let's do it
All right, here we go.
for Laura.
I would not be good at being a weatherman because I have trouble
colors are
posting to where things are supposed to
What'd
be.
you end up with there?
Oh, it did not go. It's on this one, Moon and Raven.
Moon and Raven.
Very nice.
Nice.
Very
Back to back.
Very nice.
So that's
for the
our
Moon and
winner
Raven.
for the likes. For the people who commented yesterday, we're gonna spin it, and the winner is Vicky Asper. Vicky Asper, our comment winner.
There you go. Did she have a nice comment or was it mean? Was it
I can
hurtful?
go look. I think they were all nice yesterday.
Tony's Deli.
Tony's Deli. That's
You know
a
what's
good
nice? Tony's Deli.
One. Tony's Deli is a great one. Do you have
Delicious.
which one before we go here? What would be yours? Like, is there one you're itching for today? What would be like your go-to for today? Because every day it's different. No, you don't have one that you would go for?
I don't have a good answer for
You
that.
said you were frazzled, so I would pick the break room if I were you.
The break room.
If you're having a
You think I need
frazzled day, the break room might be worth
I'm
that.
trying to think because I'm trying to think of one that I wouldn't want to win, and I can't figure out one that I
No, I
wouldn't
get it.
want to win.
Okay, so the winner for the shares, again, this is your favorite. This is the path of least
The
resistance.
people, yes.
Here we go. These are the people that really, I mean, they are
These are the people
going
that-
for it.
They stood behind us publicly.
Yes. Oh yeah. They're
They are
saying,
our
like,
public
here.
supporters.
Yes.
I like these guys.
So
And
here we go.
there's how many of them? 5?
No.
6?
Oh no, I think I'd have to go back and look. I think we had over almost 50 shares yesterday.
Really?
50 people who
Wow.
really put their neck out
Wow.
there. And
I'm
so
su-
this is.
By the end, it's going to be 4.
You think so?
The last day, there's going to be
I don't
like,
think so.
go
I
ahead.
don't think so. All right, so here we go. We're gonna spin it. Here's the shares, and our winner today is Jeff Smead.
Jeff Smead.
What a great name.
There we
Great
go.
name.
There we go.
Let's do it.
Why are you laughing?
Just nothing. Just waiting for it
What
to
did I
fall
do
over.
wrong?
What do we get?
Oh, we hit Moon and Raven again.
Moon and Raven. There's going to be a party. Does Moon and Raven know this is happening? Are they ready?
You know what's funny as I
What's
look
funny?
around? There's only 2 Moon and Raven gift cards on here.
Okay.
Oh no, there's 3. I'm sorry.
3.
They've given us a few. Yeah, we have a lot. Moon
Yeah,
and
we
Raven
fit it every time. So congratulations to Jeff Smead, Vicky Asper, and Laura Elizabeth, our 3 winners today. Just a quick recap. In order to have a chance to win on Monday, all you have to do is like, comment, and or share this video. You can do one or you can do all.
Are you still allowed to like, or do you have to hug? Have we amended that rule
We haven't amended it yet. I think the likes are okay, but if you really, I'll say this, if you want to stand out,
karma,
the hug doesn't hurt.
If you want the good karma, you need to hug us.
You need to hug. I love that you've like stuck to that now. Like you're like, that's your thing, is the hug
Don't you think?
emoji. That sort of sounds
Not
like
the heart. The heart is so anybody can throw the heart out, but can you give a hug?
a hug. That'll be yeah, maybe. What aren't they? Who's getting rid of it? YouTube. YouTube got rid of the dislikes. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, you can't dislike a video on YouTube right now. Pretty sure.
Huh.
Yep. So I don't know if they're gonna like completely get rid of that.
If you brought
system
dislike back to, they can't do it on Facebook because it would be brutal. With all the political stuff, it'd be brutal.
Mm-hmm.
The angry, the dislike, the middle finger emoji, it would run rampant.
You think so?
Yeah. Oh.
All right. Anything else before we go today?
That's
all you got.
Yeah, I don't think Cowboys, big game this weekend. Big game, Cowboys and Washington.
Okay.
If we win the division essentially. If we lose, it's a barn burner.
Right.
Steeler fans, went off. We're done. We're gone. We're done. Can they still hear me?
Probably.
Do you know how close we were to NFL history last night?
I cannot wait to hear.
The Steelers were down 29 points at one point.
Okay.
The largest comeback in NFL history is 28.
Okay.
They cut it to 8, and they threw a pass in the end zone on the last play that was there, and Freiermuth caught it, and then it got punched. Okay. But if he'd hung on, it was. And I don't say hung on like he dropped it, because the defensive back made a great play. Nice. But they were that close. They would have needed a 2-point conversion, then your overtime.
Okay.
So they would have been that close to the greatest comeback in NFL history. It was the reason I couldn't turn it off.
Nice. Good stuff.
You're not impressed by that stuff.
I don't know.
Here's one.
The longevity of sports and the records behind them. It's not that I'm not impressed, but like, to me, longevity records are the most boring.
You will love this one. I heard this one in the locker room last night, and the kids were, because Roethlisberger's been around like 18 years. So here's the stat.
Okay.
When Ben Roethlisberger has played against the Minnesota Vikings in a president's first year in office, he was 3-0. So because of the rotation of the NFL, apparently this happens. So in W's first term, because that's how old Roethlisberger is, in W's first year in office, in Obama's first year in office. Oh, no, wait. Maybe it wasn't. Yes. In W, Obama, and Trump's first year of office, the Steelers played the Vikings, and they always won. Okay. So this was Biden's first year in office. The Steelers played the Vikings. They finally lost. So that is how first year in office against the Vikings, Roethlisberger was 3-0.
Great. That's a good one. I heard this one, and you'll appreciate this one. For starting quarterbacks, okay, when their defense has held somebody under 7 points, okay? Okay. So starting quarterbacks, their defense held somebody. Derek Carr has, I believe, over 140 starts. Okay. And it has happened once for him. One time. Wow. Okay? Right? There was another quarterback, a starting quarterback in the league right now, decent quarterback. It was one. It was like 1 out of 130. Okay. Mac Jones, I believe it's 4 in his first 13. So it just like, see, I like stats like that kind of contextualize what you're seeing. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that Mac Jones is bad. Like, I'm not saying Mac Jones isn't good, but it's just kind of situation and timing is everything.
It matters. Everything. I saw a stat once, and I don't remember who it was, but it was a baseball player who was leading the league in runs batted in. And then they showed a stat of when this guy has come up to bat, how many people have been on base. And it was just the list of who's first, who's second. And he had more guys on base when he batted than like everybody by far. Yep. So then after you see like that, you're like, no wonder he drives in more runs. This guy keeps coming up with nobody on base. This guy's batting with the bases loaded.
Timing and circumstance are everything. It helps when you talk about records. It's everything. Anything else before we go?
Nope.
That was it. Good luck to all the high school winter sports starting tonight. Is tonight the first night for wrestling too, I believe? Did they start already?
I don't think so. Wrestling does a lot of a like walk into the season tournament.
Okay. And
so I don't know if those kids are going tonight or tomorrow. A lot of times the first round of a wrestling tournament is Friday night.
Yeah.
And then it kicks in on Saturday.
Okay. And then also swimming as well, I believe, starts as well. So
and the team's still playing in state. Southern is still around.
Okay.
The state finals of football are this weekend.
Right.
But yeah, it's like that transitional. Isn't this weekend Army Navy too?
No idea.
If you
never been.
Army Navy is a lot of fun. I actually got to go to the Army Navy game. It is a bucket list thing. And my lasting memory of it, there were way more points scored than most Army Navy games.
Mm-hmm.
And it was freezing. I was so cold. I was so cold. So,
by the way, I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong about this. I think 5 minutes ago we had 0 hug emojis and now we have 2. So you're begging and pleading. I think I could be wrong.
We have jumped infinitely.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think people went back and did the hug emoji after you asked for them. So there you go.
I thought you were going to say something impressive, like now we have 15.
You're getting what you want. All right. Thank you guys for watching the Midday Show. Thank you to all of our sponsors, especially Wise Markets for being our title sponsor. And be sure to go to NorthcentralPa.com for all of your local news. Again, like, comment, share this video for a chance to win on Monday. Anything I'm forgetting?
Nope, you did good.
Nice, appreciate it.
Well
I'm
done.
Jeff Everett. He's Mark Messina, and we will see you on Monday to find 3 new winners.
See ya.